With the passing away of Nancy Reagan, the world has lost a woman who was a great American and a great role model for all of us, especially women. You know, I remember as a kid hearing some of the criticism against her, that she was too old-fashioned, not a modern woman, someone who just lived in her husband's shadow. The so-called feminists of the time, they all took big issue with her. Gloria Steinem, in fact, she told the Chicago Tribune, and I'm quoting here, that the First Lady is the marzipan wife, that rare woman who can perform the miracle of having no interests at all, of transplanting her considerable ego into a male body. Betty Friedan disdainfully referred to Nancy Reagan as an anachronism, denying the reality of American women today and what they want to be. You know, as a kid, I just thought she looked pretty happy. And we've since learned she genuinely was. She was dedicated to her husband. She was a formidable advisor to him, understanding that they were very much a team. She worked tirelessly for her Just Say No campaign, and she was an advocate for Alzheimer's research. And that was all during her married life. Unlike many previous First Ladies, Nancy Reagan had a career, which wasn't so easy to do when you were graduating from a place like Smith College in 1943. At that time, you were expected to be married, to have a family, and to live happily ever after. But instead, Nancy did the unthinkable. She went to work as an actress, first in New York and then in California, appearing in 11 films. She lived alone. She supported herself. She paid her own bills. I mean, all of this, don't forget, in the 1940s. If you ask me, that's pretty consistent with being an independent career woman. She chose to give up acting because she wanted to be by her side. So even though the feminists didn't understand it or they chose to ignore it, in fact, many are still ignoring it. There was actually a piece today in the liberal online publication Salon.com accusing Reagan of being a promoter of inequality and effectively trying to legitimize women having a subservient position to men. Well, you know, in fact, Reagan was everything a feminist should aspire to be, because Nancy Reagan believed not in society making choices for women, but in women making choices for ourselves. My favorite quote from her, and one we should all remember, is what she told a magazine back in 1985 when asked about some of the criticism. She said, and I quote, "Feminism is the ability to choose what you want to do." Indeed, Nancy, it is. That's today's intel. Coming up, everyone, new reports that Hillary Clinton wrote, not just received, but wrote 104 emails containing classified information from her private email server, amid reports that the practice of using non-secure email to send sensitive information was widespread at the State Department.